Top 5 mysteries that need to be solved in 2021. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Here are top 5 mysteries that need to be solved in 2021. Number 5. What happened to Diane Dye? Her parents' divorce made 13-year-old Diane Janice Dye very unhappy. It was 1979 and her father had moved out of their family home in San Jose. Her mother was working long hours and times were just tough. Diane had a best friend, Natcha, who was just like a brother to her, and he could see that the divorce was taking a toll on her. She started smoking marijuana and skipping school. On July 30, 1979, Diane told Natcha that she wanted to run away. Natcha spoke to her for an hour, consoling her and trying to talk her out of it. Diane then thanked him, but asked him to leave her alone. 3 days later, Natcha pitched up at Diane's house only to find her mother in a state. She told him that Diane had been missing for 3 days. 41 years later, there have been claims of sightings of Diane all over America, but none panned out. It is as if the girl disappeared off the face of the earth. Number 4. Who shot Cherise Line Jacobson? On March 8, 1990, 16-year-old Cherise Line Jacobson attended an all-night prayer vigil at the Christian Life Center in Stockton, California. She was serious about her fate and wanted to graduate in June so that she could attend the Christian Life College. At one point, she left the prayer vigil and returned at 12 a.m. At 1:30 a.m., she stepped out and headed for the church's parking lot to retrieve a bottle of lotion from a car. She walked back to the church building at 1:40 a.m. The pastor's son, Nathaniel, heard something that sounded like a pop. He was standing near the front door at the time, and he saw Cherise pause and looked over her shoulder and then drop to the ground. He ran to her and saw that she had been shot in the head above her left ear. Number 3. The Beaumont Children. On January 26, 1966, the Beaumont siblings 9-year-old Jane, 7-year-old Arna, and 4-year-old Grant set off for a beach that was located just a few minutes from their home in Somerton Park, Adelaide. It was a hot day and their mother Nancy didn't hesitate to give them permission to spend the day at the sea. The elated kids boarded a bus at around 10:10 that morning. Jane, holding a copy of Little Women in her hand, they had a ball on the beach, and as an elderly woman watched them frolicking about, she saw a tall blonde man in blue swim trunks watch them too. At the age of 92, without ever knowing what happened to her 3 children. The authorities never gave up and dug up an Adelaide factory site as recently as 2018 in the hopes of finding answers. They didn't find any new clues. The man in the blue trunks was never identified. Number 2. The Imposter. 13-year-old Nicholas Barclay was a troubled teenager and was scheduled for a court hearing on 14 June 1994 that would have determined whether his future included a home for juvenile delinquents. When he disappeared on 13 June 1994, his family immediately assumed that he had ran away to avoid a court hearing. 3 years later, police from Spain contacted San Antonio authorities to let them know they had found Nicholas after he escaped from a military child sex trafficking ring. This was after Bourdin had invaded the Barclay family home for 5 months. Bourdin was sent to prison for 6 years. Nicholas Barclay was never found and it remains unclear whether he is still alive. Number 1. The Missing Girls. 13-year-old Joanne Horn, 11-year-old Odette Boucher, 12-year-old Anne-Marie Wapanner, 12-year-old Yolanda Wessels, 12-year-old Fiona Harvey, and 14-year-old Tracy Lee Scott Crossley were kidnapped by a pedophile, Gert Van Rooyen, and his lover Joey Harhoff in South Africa between 1988 and 1990. That Van Rooyen had holidayed in the area. Shortly before his death, no trace of the girls have ever been found. And this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.